and his wife Meghan Markle issued a statement on their Archewell Foundation website on Tuesday, in which they shared their concerns over the current state of the world, and what we can all do to ease the pain and suffering. Meghan and Harry say they have been left speechless and heartbroken by the unfolding crises in Haiti and Afghanistan. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex urged people to support local organizations that carry out critical work to help stop suffering in the world, such as the World Central Kitchen, which is providing emergency efforts in Haiti, and VaxLive and Global Citizen, both of which promote COVID-19 vaccine awareness and accessibility. And they also urged leaders to rapidly advance the humanitarian dialogues that are expected to take place this fall at multilateral gatherings such as the UN General Assembly and the G20 Leaders Summit. As an international community, it is the decisions we make now to alleviate suffering among those we know and those we may never meet that will prove our humanity, Meghan and Harry said to conclude their statement. While Harry and Meghan have stepped down as senior members of the royal family and now live in California with their 2 children, they continue to work towards humanitarian efforts with their Archewell Foundation. The message comes one day after the Duke of Sussex issued a statement through his veterans charity, the Invictus Games, as the Taliban swiftly took over Afghanistan. Fans of the royal family appreciated the couple's efforts to spread awareness and share their stance. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex both signed the letter, and eagle-eyed royal fans may have noticed a difference in Meghan's penmanship. According to handwriting analyst Tracy Trussell, her changing style reveals a lot about Meghan's personality. Speaking exclusively to Fabulous Digital, Tracy reveals the meaning behind Meghan's scrawl from a desire to be genuine to her manipulative side. Analyzing her latest signature, Tracy says, "Here Meghan is careful not to make her name larger than Harry's whether that's by design or unintentional, we can't know, but it means she's trying not to overshadow her husband. She's happy to share an equal platform with him." The much more closely spaced letters in her name and the long extended end stroke are both effective ways of keeping people at arm's length and not letting anyone get too close. This is a defensive gesture designed to ward off people or danger. It seems she gives with one hand and takes with the other. All her small letters on the baseline used to be more widely spaced, revealing a much greater need to be sociable to interact and get on with others. Less than the closer the letters, the more inhibited the writer and the more inner tension going on. This tells us that Meghan has become more introverted and dependent on her husband and close circle of friends. The long, thready letter N, combined with an outstretched end stroke, uncovers Meghan's absolute need for personal space without constraints and reflects her strong basic instinct for self-preservation. More positively, it reveals how capable Meghan is of dealing with any situation. She's an enterprising opportunist who refuses to pander to people. She makes up the rules as she goes along. There's one other significant change in Meghan's new style of signature. The loop of the G is squeezed a little more tightly, and now a taller, loopier H stem has appeared, so the overall impression is of a finely balanced vertical bow. This tells us that warm feelings of empathy have diminished, and instead she's become much more selective of friends. At the same time, she knows her own mind and will think through and consider her options carefully. Meghan will always want to make decisions on her terms, and she's keen to convey that she's still the diligent perfectionist who will get a job done. She finds she works well under pressure and enjoys the challenge that difficulties provide. Prince Harry earlier spoke out on the takeover of Afghanistan, urging military to support each other. Through Archewell, Harry who served 2 tours in Afghanistan and Meghan are committed to providing support to the military community and the troops who served in Afghanistan, as well as to the Afghan people facing violence and terror. Additionally, they have partnered with World Central Kitchen to support the emergency response in Haiti, and they are working on supporting vaccine equity through their partnerships with VaxLive and Global Citizen. Harry served in the military for 10 years before retiring in 2015, ultimately rising to the rank of captain. He undertook 2 tours in Afghanistan, one in 2008 and another in 2012. In an interview during his second tour of duty, when he served as a helicopter co-pilot and gunner, He discussed the way his military career made him feel less like a member of the royal family. Harry helped to found the Invictus Games for wounded service members back in 2014, and has attended all 4 of the events that have taken place since. In June, Harry spoke out about violence in Afghanistan through Halo Trust, that a charity supported by Princess Diana during her lifetime. Also on Monday, Queen Elizabeth sent a message of condolences to the Prime Minister of Haiti, following the devastating earthquake that claimed over 1,000 lives so far. The Queen said she was deeply saddened by the tragic loss of life and destruction caused by the earthquake in Haiti. My thoughts and prayers are with those who have lost their lives, loved ones and homes, as well as the emergency services working in the recovery effort, she added. Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, completed their final duties as senior royals in March 2020. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have since moved to California with their family, and Harry hasn't been back in the UK much. However, he is returning to England soon, but he won't be alone. Harry will be accompanied by a Netflix film crew. The Sussexes' deal is reportedly worth more than $100 million, and the pair will be producing a number of programs for the streaming giant. And now, their first project is bringing Harry right back to the UK to plan for next year's Invictus Games. A small film crew will be with the prince as he addresses participants at Stanford Hall, which is the Army's rehabilitation center for wounded soldiers. The documentary will be titled Heart of Invictus. It's believed that Harry will even visit with his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, during that time. The 5th Invictus Games were set to take place in The Hague in 2020, but were pushed to 2022 due to the coronavirus pandemic. Earlier this year, Netflix announced that it would release a documentary series about the Games, helmed by Archerwell Productions, the studio Harry and wife Meghan Markle launched in the wake of their royal exit. On September 2, 2020, Harry and Meghan announced that they had inked a deal with Netflix in a statement that read, "Our lives, both independent of each other, and as a couple have allowed us to understand the power of the human spirit, of courage, resilience, and the need for connection. Through our work with diverse communities and their environments, to shining a light on people and causes around the world, our focus will be on creating content that informs but also gives hope." The last time the Duke of Sussex was in the UK was on July 1, 2021, for the unveiling of Princess Diana's statue in the sunken garden at Kensington Palace. Harry was joined by Prince William and their late mother's siblings Lady Sarah McCorquodale, Lady Jane Fellows, and Earl Spencer. Before that, Harry was in the country on April 17, for Prince Philip's funeral.
Thank you for watching. If you liked, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates. We will update the latest videos about the royal family every day. Thanks and goodbye.